Paul, another battling game, another 3 points. Must be delighted again.
Yeah, I think, again, you saw another side of us tonight. I thought Ebbsfleet were very, very good, very fluid in their system. Caused us lots and lots of problems, especially in that first 20-25 minutes when the game really could have got away from us. But credit to the team for sticking in there. We've had to change the shape ourselves 2 or 3 times to match into them, which again is a credit to them. And we took that real golden opportunity. It was an error on their part, which we managed to capitalise on. But I've also got to say we felt we were dangerous on the break tonight here as well. And there was 3 or 4 chances in the first half. Especially Ross Lafayette and
lots
Drynham.
of chances both halves that we created.
Yeah, it was, as I said, but we felt in our dugout that we were under a lot of pressure. But having said that, we also felt that we were looking to be quite dangerous when we broke on them, because they put a lot of numbers in and around you in the system they're playing. So we felt that they leave also a lot of space though between their back three and when they vacate the space with the amount they got going forward. So it's one of those. You're going to have to defend, but when you break on them, then you've got an opportunity. But I've got to say, I thought Ebbsfleet were excellent tonight.
Say an error by them. Craig Eastman's pressure partially caused.
Oh, sorry, I'm not taking anything away. I mean, Eastman's made a 50-yard run. He's nearly caught up with Powell anyway. Powell's obviously, I think it's a header back, which was slightly adrift, and obviously Eastie's brilliant finish. But Darryl will see that as a mistake, as I would. But no, fantastic from Eastman, and I thought again, it'd be interesting to see the stats. But we've had some players run some miles tonight.
I thought he and Davis in midfield kept things really solid.
Yeah, like I said, against good movement as well. I mean, the first, that first 15 minutes with Whiteley coming into the hole and then spinning you in the channels, and Danny Kedwell coming into the hole, and it was difficult to keep with that movement at times. Like I said, credit to the team for at times hanging in there. And I thought you saw a real resilient last 15 minutes.
Great save from Jamie just before half time.
Yeah,
so
again, we needed to come in if we could and protect that lead. That was important. That would have given them a big lift at half time if that had gone in. So, that was important. But they've also made, they've made some good saves from us as well. So,
any change in the second half? Ross coming off. Was that always in the plan?
Well, Ross has played virtually every minute of every game, and what we felt was we needed. Again, this was more to do with their shape. So again, credit to them why we had to make the change. Ultimately it worked because we didn't concede. That was the reason for that.
Tom's a fair old player to have on the bench as well.
Yeah, again, he suffered a knee injury, and he would have been okay Saturday to have come on for maybe 10-15, but he's certainly okay to come on tonight for half an hour. I thought he had an influence in the game when he first came on.
And the first full appearance for Aaron Drynham, full 90 minutes, and gave everything.
Yeah, I think he's run a marathon out there for us today. Fantastic kid as well. Great to have around the camp. And what he's realising very quickly is a National League, is a physical league mixed in with some quite good players, and he'll benefit greatly from that first start tonight. And he started because he did so well in the 2 appearances that he came on.
Taylor, when they came on Saturday, and both deserved their place in the starting lineup.
Absolutely, you can't sort of ignore what's in front of you. And I thought Josh Taylor in particular and Aaron, when they came on, had a huge effect against Salford. And also, what was that, our 4th game in not many days, 10 days probably. And like I said, we will utilise this squad throughout the whole of August and a lot of September.
And no Harry Beautyman tonight, was he just the unlucky 17th?
I don't think Harry's been unlucky at all tonight. His wife's in hospital in labour. He's been keeping in touch with me from last night through to this morning. No, Harry actually was right up there to start tonight, actually. But no, he's in the hospital, and fingers crossed for Harry and his wife that they get a nice delivery. I'm sure we'll be pleased with the result tonight. So no, not for that reason at all.
Saturday up to Solihull, we've lost for the first time today. We're one of several sides on 10 points, I think. So chance to make it 5 unbeaten.
Well, you'd like to think so. I talked on Saturday after the game. I'd like to get 3 points from the 2 games if we could, which meant obviously winning one. Knew tonight was probably going to be one of our toughest games of the season, and I think so it proved. A good side, but also Solihull. They brought in some fantastic players in January, February. I think their chairman must have robbed a bank to do it, because he's brought in loads, and they've kept that team together. So, we're very aware of how good Solihull are. They, especially on their patch as well. So, going to have a recovery session Thursday, because there's again a very, very tired dressing room. But again, I don't think we picked up too much. I mean, Dan Wishart it was cramp in both calves as opposed to the hamstring that was being shouted out to me. So, Dan's a possibility, I think, now for Saturday. But we're without Aswad. We're without Nicky Bailey as well, which are 2 big players for us.
Jonah fit enough to go on the bench tonight?
Just about. I mean, realistically, we could do with him training for another week, as Wayne Brown, really. I mean, in fairness, we put Jonah and Brown on the bench because we were down to our last sort of 16 players. Obviously, with Harry coming out and Nicky Bailey and Aswad. So, you know, we've got a squad of 19, which is not that big to play the amount of games we're going to play. And I think, you know, at points during the season, we really need to be clever with the loan market. We will need to obviously get into our contacts, but I've got to say, you know, the Ipswich contact has worked very, very well with Driner, fitted in very, very well to the squad. And like I said, if we need to look at anything else, then we would do.
Thanks a lot, Paul. Well done.
Thanks, Tony. Again, just a quickie to the travelling support tonight. Good numbers, really spurred us on, I thought, for the second half, and just very pleased for them as well tonight.
Brilliant. Thanks.
Thanks, Tony. Bye-bye.